Boys, I know this is gonna sound unbelievable, but the historically accurate medieval female knight lesbian simulator game where you defeat people in plate armor that are men is dead. I know, unbelievable, right? The only unbelievable thing is that this thing got made and it cost $700,000 for the taxpayers of, I think, Italy or Spain or France. I don't know, pick one. All of those places are honestly the same anyway. Except the place that made Expedition 33. They're the good ones. But in any case, Ex Voto 1348 is absolutely out and people hate it. And the player base obviously has gone, well, it never existed in the first place. An absolute massive peak of 427 players. And the thing that's unbelievable is that there's still people playing. This game is not even 8 hours long. The story doesn't make sense. I know no one knows the story, but now I sadly do a little bit about it. And your scissor buddy that you meet at the start of the game is actually the main baddie, and the story of the game is all women are special and evil men give them opportunities and something like it. You know that this is not going to make any sense even if I tell you exactly what happened, okay? You know that this is the type of garbage, dumpster fire trash that doesn't make any sense ever, okay? So that's the best explanation. Deal with it. It's pretty accurate, honestly, so there it is anyway. And this thing is one of the absolutely most hilarious things. So, Ex Voto had a flop message. There you go. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then it had this. The most heart-wrenching thing I have ever seen. Hi, everyone. Considering how many people bought this game, honestly, this should have been an email, and you could probably address it to every person by name at this point. We've been following your feedback and reviews closely. Have you? Have you? And first of all, we want to humbly thank you for the time you time and attention you've dedicated to our tiny project. 700k, 15 people, who all's favorite game was Dark Souls, by the way. Oh man. People are, dude, we are approaching the stage where there's gonna be essay channels making 5-hour documentaries on how Dark Souls and the and Elder Ring, but not Bloodborne, are responsible to the severe degradation of gaming. Honestly, I mark my words, it's happening at some point. Because all of the worst fucking average slop people who work in gaming, who are fans of gaming, who review gaming, all of their favorite games is Dark Souls, okay? It cannot be a coincidence at this point. Your constructive feedback is incredibly valuable to us. Are you gonna, like, do anything with that? I mean, the game's literally a buggy mess. The combat doesn't work. The voice animations overlap like hell. And there's no animations for a lot of shit. Like, is the feedback incredibly valuable? And we want you to know that we're hard at work improving the game in the ways many of you have suggested. Yeah, I don't believe that. So far, our main focus has been addressing critical bugs, some of which you've been you'll find fixed in the patch we just released on PlayStation 5 and per personal computers. Beyond that, our top priorities are improving performance across all platforms, adding more polish to key aspects of the game, and continuing bug fixing, like the subtitles being too small on some screens and more. Bro, what do you mean? Is this the bugs that you are gonna fix? The combat does not work. The core idea of this game is 1v1s effectively, and the combat does not fucking work. There are enemies that literally just like I'm gonna stand behind you and then start fighting you while you're fighting the other guy, and the game's literally not meant that to happen, by the way. It's insane. They're not gonna fix any of that. They're not gonna fix the overlapping voice lines, which are crazy, by the way. Creating our first game has been a journey that started with nothing but passion and curiosity. Yes, about how to make a literal propaganda. And it is with the same passion that our small team is taking in your feedback. With your help and support. Oh, look at that. They want our help. They want our support, boys. Wowie woo. I wondered what they're going to do with that. We'll keep doing our best to deliver something we hope you'll enjoy. Sid Leone. By the way, isn't there another thing called Sid Leone? Isn't that a city or something like that? I swear there's something else already called this, so hopefully someone sues them. But in any case, boys, listen. If this seems stupid, if this seems... Oh, wait, Asmongold is chiming in his two-brained IQ. Literally dog shit game. Unreal 5 tech demo have better art direction. I guess true, honestly. The Comet can be played with a garage door opener. That's not true. You didn't even play it that far. More pointless running than Starfield. Okay, he's just trying to farm. Fuck off. In any case, boys, listen. You know why this video exists? It's because of this. It's because of this. Because there's the completely nonsensical, stupid apology that they are doing, and then there's this. This person right here. Someone who enjoys Mass Effect, it seems like. She, her pronouns, obviously. I'm pretty sure that's a furry avatar, by the way. And they commented this. Reminder, this is a studio of literally 15 people. And they are still this passionate and responsive to community feedback. I'm in pain. Like, what the fuck is the stake? How can you be this stupid? Bro, well, like, how do these people function? How do these mouth breathers honestly go around their day and survive to see the next day? I'm so confused. How is this a thing? The world is too easy. We need to make it more difficult. Okay? Every time you exit your house, there's a 10% chance an elephant attack will happen. And if you stay indoors, there's a 20% chance that a tiger attack will happen. Okay? We need to make life harder because not enough people are dying at this rate, okay? How can someone be like this, okay? We read this garbage, right? We did. Did any part of this shit inspire you? Did any part of this travesty against humanity made you feel like they care? If they cared, they wouldn't release this thing at that state. If they cared, this game would not be a pity party. If they cared, they would not be doing this as a virtue signal. And no, that there's this person who literally thinks that this team of 15 people have passion. Where the hell did you find passion? Dude, this is why everything has support nowadays, okay? This is why people can just literally go on Twitter and say, "Oops, my bad, fam," and people are gonna forgive them because somehow that had passion and they felt it, you know, inside here. I mean, where the hell did you get passion? And the responsiveness to community feedback, bro, you have no proof that it's even happening. I'm not... Where is the proof? Where is the last update? Last update, March 19, 70 hours ago. Can I read the patch notes anywhere? I don't think I can. Like, what did they fix? Do you think they actually fixed all the bugs? No, fuck no. They probably didn't fix anything. They probably made it worse. They released a buggy game. It's uninspired, it's dull, it's boring, it's bland. And then they release a statement like this and saying, thanks for the feedback, chuds. We really care. We're gonna try our best. And there's literally people like this. This has 2.5k likes, by the way. That's more people than this game got sales. That's more people than this game got sales. And they're all agreeing and seal clapping that this was full of passion and passion and community feedback and shit. Like, this is why the world is bad. This is why the world is bad, because there needs to be a test on how much rights you actually deserve, okay? And there's a lot of people who should fail. And they would fail. But sadly, that's probably not happening. Unless I get power somehow. I could fix a lot of things. In very creative ways. In any case, you get the point. This is why garbage like this will exist. Because there's people like this. And the virtue signal matters more than anything. Again, this thing has more likes than this game has probably sales. This person probably never played the game. Of course they didn't. Anyway. This is probably the last Ex Voto video because Lamau, honestly, at this point, what else can I say? Bye!